What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. While you in here, please hit that like, comment, subscribe, notification bell so you can be notified every time Cass McCoy uploads a new review. All right, we are here. Season finale will be here on Friday. Power, Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 3, Episode 10. Made you look. Let's get it. All right, so this episode is going to pretty much primarily be based off the last meeting that we saw Kanan have with Snaps, Pop, and Ronnie, where, they are pretty much laying down the message to him on what needs to be done because they've been shut down. Rock has cut off their legs, cut off their supply. They can't deal their heroin anymore. So they had to bring Kanan in to figure out what they're going to do about Rock. And Ronnie pretty much told her she got to be dealt with. And we all know what Ronnie means when he says somebody need to be dealt with. He took out his own brother. So do you think he care about what Kanan's going to do to his family member? So when it comes to his business and him running his business, Ronnie don't care who the casualties are. Then we have Howard meets up with Rock and he lets her know, hey, they coming for us. They're on to us and they coming for us. He's the one that they're actually coming for. Maybe him, and if anybody from her group, it's going to be Marvin. Him and Marvin right now, from what we've seen, from what they've revealed, it's going to be him and Marvin that they're coming for. But, of course, he's Howard, you kind of giving me snitch vibes. Like, you going to snitch if they get you. That's what he's giving me. Rock was like, they coming for who? Because at the end of the day, Rock knows that if they were coming for her, she would have heard about that. She knows about Marvin, true enough, but Howard, they coming for you. So Rock goes and meets up again with Snaps and Pops and talk to them again about Kanan. You have no business messing with my son, basically is what she goes to tell them. So we don't know how this is going to play out. I'm pretty sure that Snaps and Pops right now, they're not going to turn against Ronnie. They may, because they seem to be more money driven to me. So if she's talking the right price, I believe that they will flip on Ronnie. Other than that, because I know they're more so about money. She got her operation up and running. Depends on how she spends this meeting. She let them know, look, I can get y'all more money than what Ronnie's getting you. And she can. I can see them flipping on Ronnie, too. So, we shall see. We see Rock sitting in her car, and I don't know, maybe she was reminiscing. This scene took me back to when Kanan was a little boy. You remember when she had him to put the batteries in the sock or whatever in the sock, like they do in prison, and go whoop them boys. I'm wondering if she was sitting there reminiscing about when Kanan was a child. And these guys pull up on her and start bussing. So, I mean, we've been seeing this in the trailer the whole season. We finally getting to it. But I'm wondering if that's how they caught her slipping. But it seems to me like she peeped them in time. We know Rock ain't going nowhere because they're already filming season 4 and she's filming. So we know they didn't get her, but this kind of like, oof, this got us a little nervous there. But she peeped them. Kind of reminds me of that scene back when Marvin was busting on Neat and didn't get him. I think this gonna be the same deal. The car gonna be shot up, but she gonna make it. She gonna make. We know Rock gonna make it. So, we shall see. Then we see Rock at the crib. I'm assuming she's talking to Marvin. They have a really, really good dynamic in terms of speaking with each other when things are going on and meeting up because really they're the two running the operation. But I believe she's talking to Marvin is my guess, and she's saying that she is not getting into no war with her son on the other side. She's just not gonna do that. So that means she's gonna be making some moves to make some other things happen, such as meeting up with Stefano. I believe that she's meeting up with Stefano and asking for help with Kanan. Because in reality, Stefano's so low-key sort of owe her because she helped him with the Sal situation. So, and she's gained his trust anyway. That's who hooked her back up with the distro and everything like that. So, he has a good investment with her. He's invested in her. So I'm thinking she went to Stefano for some help concerning Ronnie in the whole situation. And it's key that he said to her, I hope your son knows how much you love him, because I think in the end, Kanan gonna turn, to his mom. The major look, see, it's got us thinking one way, and then it's gonna happen another way. Something trickery gonna go on in the last part of this episode. It's gonna be some type of trickery. So we see Marvin at the grave, and we also know that the feds show up at this gravesite. I'm assuming he's visiting Gerald, At the end of the day, that was his friend. Gerald ended up being, out of pocket with him. But at the end of the day, that was his friend. I believe he went to his grave to pay his respect. And the feds knew he'd be there or show up there or something, because they knew that they were friends, and they popped up. So it's sort of giving me power. We've had to go through parts of seasons with Ghost in jail, with Tasha in jail. So, maybe this is Raising Kanan's time to have a main character locked up. And we're going to be in season 4, and my buddy old pal Marv going to be locked up, hemmed up. I don't know. We shall see. So we see Detective Tanner at the precinct, and he's questioning Howard about his involvement with organized crimes, and more specifically, Marvin Thomas. And boy, I can't wait to see what Howard got to say about this, because, he normally come up with some good ones. He normally can lie his way out. He's sort of looking a little scared on this one. I don't know. He might be a little scared on this one. I'm not sure what else they've presented him with. Why is he looking like this? But we shall see. So, because then we see Howard goes and he's telling Rob there's still a price to be paid. He's still trying to convince her to give up Marvin. So he's letting her know there's a price to be paid. So, no, yeah, definitely about to get bumpy. So we see Juke at gunpoint. And boy, that's one thing about Juke. That girl ain't never had no fear. You think about all the stuff she's been through in life. She's standing there looking at whoever that is like, boy, I'd take that gun from you. Look at her. And then we see why. She apparently is with Kanan. Now, I got a lot of feelings about this right here. I have a lot of feelings about this. Now, starz, y'all better not be doing the same old. We done seen Tariq get kidnapped. We don't need to see the same storylines in all your little shows. Now, I can understand if it's a real kidnapping wherein Ronnie really turned on Kanan. That's what it better be. This better not be no set up fake stuff, because Tariq already did that. He did that fake kidnapping thing for Ghost and Tommy to come save him and, whatever. But I hope y'all not doing this same punch again. Like, come on, man. We need, new ideas. But I believe that's what's cooking here. Unless the only way I'm going to buy this fake kidnapping is if Ronnie thinks it's real. Right? Kanan plotted the idea to set up Ronnie. I don't know. It just looks familiar. Let's say that. It looks familiar. We're at the warehouse. We see Ronnie and Rock is there. She's there. So I'm assuming this is where they're holding Kanan. And, Ronnie's standing there with his gun. I don't know. It looked like he's standing on watch. He on guard. So who talking? Who doing the talking? Then we see Kanan standing back in the cut. No cuffs, no zip ties, no duct tape, nothing. So it's giving me repeat. We've seen it before. Heard it all before. That's what it's giving me. So then we see Rock, she says to Kanan, You don't know what you're doing. She's letting him know, son, you don't know what you're doing. So that kind of confirms to me that, yeah, it's the same old, same old. They done set this kidnapping up, just like Reek did. And Kanan in K fashion looks at his mom, snarls all nasty and disrespectful and say, I do. But then shortly after that, it goes to Rock and then it cuts back to Kanan, and they're both seems to be hyperventilating, like something has just happened. Kanan's pulled out a little further from back in the cut. What just happened? So that's what I'm waiting to see. What happened? Anyway, looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a really, really good episode. Really good season finale. Always good when you have a cliffhanger. So we'll see what the cliffhanger is going to be. But yeah, that's all I got. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit that noti bell so that you can get your notification every time Cass McCoy uploads a review. And as always, stay safe and on to the next one. Peace.